At precisely 12:43 p.m., the door to room 3 at 58 Queen Charlotte Street closed for the final time. Minutes later, the man who had gone in, cheerful, respected, and in perfect health, was dead. A dental appointment, a locked room, a pistole, and a body that shouldn't be there. For Hercule Poirot, it was supposed to be routine. A quick stop for a filling. But instead, it became one of his most unsettling puzzles. A murder veiled in order, committed with surgical calm. Nothing in that office screamed foul play. Yet something was wrong, very wrong. It begins, as Christie so often lures us in, with the mundane. Poirot visits his dentist, Mr. Morley, a precise, pleasant man known for his punctuality and professionalism. The setting is quiet, sterile, predictable. But not long after Poirot's appointment, the practice is upended by tragedy. Mr. Morley is found dead. The apparent cause is suicide. A gunshot wound. No note, no warning, no reason. To Scotland Yard, it's unfortunate but plausible. The war has left nerves frayed and bank accounts strained. But to Poirot, the explanation doesn't sit right. Morley had seemed composed, energetic, even cheerful. And Poirot, as always, trusts his instincts more than he trusts appearances. So he begins to tug at the threads. And what unravels is a net far more tangled than anyone expects. Soon after Morley's death, another occurs. This time, a man named Amberiotis, an international financier with suspicious ties, is found dead in his hotel room. The cause? A lethal overdose of anesthetic, the same kind used at the dental clinic. The connection is chilling. Amberiotis had visited Morley just before Poirot. But if Morley made a fatal mistake during treatment, why would he choose suicide over explanation? And more importantly, why did Amberiotis go to that dentist in the first place? Poirot begins to question the sequence. He retraces appointments, interviews Morley's staff, and studies the guest list at Amberiotis's hotel. What he finds is a growing cast of characters who all seem to be playing parts, some convincingly, some poorly. And yet, at the heart of it all, there's a clock ticking down. Someone is trying to make this murder disappear under the guise of coincidence. But for Poirot, coincidence is simply the camouflage of design. There's Morley's partner, the younger Dr. Riley, handsome, ambitious, and oddly nonchalant about his colleague's death. Then there's Miss Mabel Sainsbury Seal, a former actress with a flair for drama and a tangled past. She too had an appointment that day, and now she's vanished. Frank Carter, a fiery youth with a short temper, becomes a convenient suspect. His girlfriend works for Morley, his alibi wavers, and he's caught hiding a pistol. But Poirot isn't so easily misled by temperament. He knows rage is loud, but this crime was cold, planned, and almost surgical in precision. One by one, he examines each suspect's motive. Political secrets, forged identities, romantic deceptions. And looming in the background is Alistair Blunt, a highly influential banker and a supposed patient of Morley's. Blunt is rich, powerful, and untouchable, or so it seems. But as Poirot digs deeper, a pattern begins to emerge, not in personalities, but in timing. Christie didn't pick the title lightly. Each chapter echoes a line from the nursery rhyme, a children's chant, innocent on the surface. But in this story, each verse becomes a marker, a step closer to death. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. The structure itself becomes a clue. Events unfold with methodical rhythm, almost as if the killer were following choreography. Poirot realizes this is not madness, it's orchestration. And like the rhyme, the deaths fall into pattern. At its core, this case is psychological warfare. The killer counts on everyone to accept the convenient lie. A suicide here, an overdose there, a missing woman who was likely unstable. But Poirot sees the art in the misdirection. The clues lie not just in what was said, but what was omitted. A name not mentioned, a glance not returned, a shoe buckle fastened on the wrong side. And more critically, the motive isn't passion or money. It's self-preservation on a global scale. What's being covered up isn't just a murder, it's a threat to national stability. which makes the stakes deadly high, and the killer dangerously smart. When the truth finally emerges, it's like stepping into cold air. The killer had always been visible, but masked behind logic, rank, and charisma. Every move had been calculated, not just to eliminate a threat, but to control perception, to weaponize routine. The most dangerous lies were hidden inside what seemed normal. And in classic Christie fashion, the reveal isn't just a twist, it's a moral reckoning. Poirot doesn't just solve murders, he restores balance. He exposes not only what was done, but what it meant. Justice, to him, isn't just about evidence. It's about the truth. And here, the truth demands a heavy cost. 1. 2. Buckle My Shoe isn't just another Poirot mystery. It's a story about appearances, about how the most dangerous villains don't hide in shadows. They sit in boardrooms, they shake hands, they smile politely and wield influence with surgical precision. It's also a rare look at Poirot the moralist. Here, he isn't just a detective, he's a judge, weighing justice against duty, truth against power. Agatha Christie reminds us that evil doesn't always look monstrous. Sometimes it wears polished shoes, fastens the perfect buckle, and walks straight past unnoticed.